Empire, maintains the Pax Britannica and keeps Her Majesty's colonies and dependencies under her control. So again, when we talk of the Victorian army, we tend to think of a very small army. It's not large compared to the continental armies of Europe or the French or the Russian armies. That will also be quite noisy in this small room. Our Gatling is slightly stuffed at we engage the enemy to our front. And this is one of the reasons we're not worried about camouflage. We don't actually need to camouflage ourselves. No need to fire your black powder. It actually discharges a certain amount of smoke, and that gives you a position away. You're not actually interested in trying to hide yourself. The moment they know where you is. In fact, it's actively encouraging people to come on to you, because the Martini Henry the first general purpose is actually designed specifically for colonial conflict. It fires a .45 caliber lead slug, it's about the size of a nut, and literally it goes in half inch, comes out the back of you, the size of a 10, literally leaving on its flats 400 yards down, and at that point, it'll stop and its tracks, but it's standing there flat on its back. We're not designed to actually shoot particularly well. We're not after the First World War of 1881, it goes the other way around. We said we asked to look at people in station order. But in this period, we're taking on hand down and tribesmen. What is now known as the right wall, the right wall, moving across the flank of the San Juana, behind the back of the mountain, moving across the front of the camp. The British stand too. The Zulus are always coming at them. So they actually then end up standing breakfast, but then the pickets, the cavalry pickets, or Robert's horse, are at the plateau in the Kutri Plain, and they actually come across the Zulu army. Around about 20,000. They're not intending to fight that day, the Zulus. It's the dead moon. It's not auspicious for them, but once they're sprung, they have to go on from there. The Zulus are very lucky, and the commanding officer there is a very experienced Induna, and he's fought against the Boers before. And remember, the Zulus haven't fought against a white European since Blood River in 1838. So the only time that the Zulus have actually done any real fighting is during the Civil War when catching 5,000 odd Zulus. That's a section of infantry. That's a quarter of a company, just over a quarter of a company firing. Multiply that by 4, and multiply that by six companies. That starts to give you the volume of fire that's going into the Zulus. And it's a tribute to the Imperial Infantry companies that, as they, centre companies particularly, hold the Zulus centre for nearly 40 minutes. At 400 yards, the Zulus won't come on. They're laying down, they're buzzing like bees, they're making all manner of noise. They will not come on into that. And it's only when one of the Indunas stands up and says, the great king, the great elephant, King Kechuwayo, didn't order this for us to lie down and wait. We go. He stands up and he's got the Uri regiment, a couple of the other younger regiments. They'll follow him on. If you'd had 40, 45, they may not charge home. They go in and they start to follow the line. And that's when the British have to start to draw, and that's when the numbers start to count. It's a black powder weapon, it does kick quite heavily, and broad drift, where shooting for the most 12 hours in continuous action, determined to punch a hole. You're not going to wait till your last round's out, you're going to keep 3 or 4 rounds left. Ideally, you want to find a weak spot in the Zulu line, and you're going to push through it. And
Charge, bayonets! Charge!
That's going to carry weight.